Today I'm going to show you two quick and useful rhythm guitar ideas. These are chord melody ideas that I use all the time to add flavor to rhythm parts. The first one is for major chords and the second one is for minor chords, and in the end we'll put them both together over a simple backing track. Let's get into it. So for this first example, we're in the key of D major, and we're going to string together three different chord voicings. We're going to start with this D major 7 voicing. This is the root, 5th, major 7th, major 3rd, and 5th on top. The next chord we're going to add to this is this major 7 voicing, which is 5th, root, major 3rd, and major 7th on top. And then finally, we're going to play a D add 9 voicing. This is a D triad with the root, 3rd, 5th, and 9th on top. We could also modify this to a major 9 voicing by moving the root down a half step. So these three chords strung together give us this really nice chord melody sound. And to this, we can add different embellishments with hammer-ons and pull-offs. Right here, I'm hammering on with my pinky from E to F sharp, and then from A to B. And then from here, I'm hammering on from B up to C sharp. And then this gives us kind of a neo-soul gospel type of sound that's really popular. So like everything, these types of things sound best when used in context. So I'm going to play the beginning of the standard Misty in the key of D, and the first chord of the form is a major 7th chord. And I'm going to use this type of idea to embellish that chord and then show you how it kind of fits into the progression. All right, so this next chord idea is very similar but works over minor chords. And for this, we're going to move up to E minor, and we're going to use this E minor 7 bar chord voicing. This is the root, 5th, flat 7, minor 3rd, and 5th on top. And then from here, we're going to string together two more chords. We're going to slide up to this E minor 9 voicing. This is the flat 7 on the bottom, the minor 3rd, the 5th, and the 9 on top. And then finally, we're going to go way up here to a minor 11 chord. This is E minor 11 with the root, 5th, flat 7, and 11 on top. And we get this sound. And similarly, we can add embellishments with hammer-ons and pull-offs. So right there, I'm hammering on from G up to A on the B string, and then hammering on from B up to D on the high E string. And then right here, hammering on from E up to F sharp on the high E string, and then so it gives us a very similar kind of move that we can use over minor chords. So again, to demonstrate this in context, I'll play a little bit of the standard Nearness of You, which starts out very similar to Misty. But I'm going to play this in the key of A, and the second chord of the form is an E minor 7, and I'll use this to embellish that chord. All right, so now as a little practice exercise, we can tie these two ideas together. I've got a little backing track programmed that just moves between D major and E minor. Very classic kind of old school R&B type changes. And all we're going to do is just string these two ideas together. Over the D major chord, we'll play our major chord melody idea. And then up to the E minor, we'll use our minor idea. So I'll demonstrate it first with very basic, rhythm ideas, and then we'll play it down again and add some more to it. All right, so now that we've got this in place, we can start messing with the phrasing. We can add even more embellishments to it and kind of flesh out the sound of it a little bit. The whole idea with this is to just kind of use it as a catalyst for your own creativity to come up with your own ideas. So I'm going to play the track again and move around some of the chord movements and add a little bit more to it. Alright guys, so for the tabs and notation and backing tracks for this lesson and all my lessons here on YouTube, head over to my Patreon site. Until next time, happy practicing and take care.